With the mask mandate no longer placed in Texas A&M San Antonio, informs its students how the university will operate. Get all the details. And in sports, the latest from Jaguar basketball and softball. In campus news, after State Governor Greg Abbott announced the end of the mask mandate starting on March 10th, Texas A&M University-San Antonio sent an email informing the student body that face coverings remain required on campus until further notice. The email also states that other COVID-19 safety protocols, such as temperature checks to enter the campus, will remain in place. A new series of discussions at A&M San Antonio brings us different topics, including immigration. Our reporter, Garcia, brings us more.
With many issues happening in the United States, first-year experience at Texas A&M University-San Antonio have made an in-person and online series called Hot Food and Hot Topics to discuss relevant and social issues with students. Immigration was the first topic discussed on March 9th, where peer leaders explained the issues found in the program plus their own experiences. Knowledge of these topics are important for people to be aware of for reasons including what's currently happening in the U.S.
I think it's important for people to know. It's because, not a lot of these people get to experience this, especially because it's depriving people of their basic human rights, which is in any way just not right. And just being aware of your community and just basically what's happening, it's really important.
Not only was immigration discussed, but also thoughts of what the American dream was according to everyone.
Personally, I think the American dream is education and protection. I'm an immigrant from Dhaka, Bangladesh, which is a little small country right next to India. And basically, there's not that much protection for women under the law. There's not a lot of rules to help us and protect our bodies. And I think America, as much as we do have a little bit flaws in our justice system, we still protect most of our citizens. And we have regulations and activists just actively trying to help us gain more rights as citizens. And so I think protection's a huge thing. And I also think access to education here, at least up into high school, education is free for everyone. And I think that's a very important factor that maybe most third world countries do not have yet.
If wanting to take action or for more information, websites were listed by FYE in their PowerPoint. This was Garcia reporting for Enlace.
On March 6th, the university hosted the 2021 Drive-Thru Jam and Jams, free fruit tree adoption event on Parking Lot 3. Parks and Recreation of the City of San Antonio organized the event that gave out 600 trees. Among the trees that were available for adoption were apple, fig, lemon, lime, nectarine, orange, and pear. For more information on upcoming events, go to sanantonio.gov/parksandrec. The Office of International Affairs showcased a poster display on International Women's Day. Katelyn Silva brings us more.
In celebration of International Women's Day on Monday, March 8th, the Office of International Affairs at Texas A&M University-San Antonio put out a poster display in the CAB courtyard. The women displayed on the posters were from all parts of the world representing different countries. Sylvia Medell, Director of International Affairs at the university, says that the inspiration for the display was to celebrate influential women.
We were trying to think of a way to celebrate influential women worldwide. And so we came up with this idea of a poster fair to celebrate these influential women. Of course, we only have a display of 10. And so we try to grab or give our attention to first females.
Some of the names on the posters included Kamala Harris, who became the first Black and South Asian American woman to hold office as the Vice President of the United States of America, along with Margaret Thatcher, the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and Dilma Rousseff, the first female President of Brazil. Cupcakes were given out to students passing by, and one student, Joe Kamuntu, had a few words to share about one influential woman in his life who inspires him and keeps him motivated.
My mom, for obvious reasons why she's my mom, she's been able to accomplish and overcome things that not a lot of people have being able to, and it's quite inspiring for me, and I use that to keep me going every day. So
The month of March is Women's History Month, and the university will be hosting events highlighting and celebrating women all month long. To learn more about these events, make sure to visit their website and social media. Reporting for Enlace, Katelyn, Silva.
After the break, all the details on the new vaccine the FDA approved. Welcome back. The FDA approved emergency use of Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine at the end of last month. This is now the third vaccine in the U.S. that will be available to the people eligible for vaccination. Right now, those eligible include frontline health workers, people 65 and older, or 16 and up that are considered high risk, and most recently, teachers and childcare workers. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine is a single dose and can be given to people ages 18 and up. This vaccine is said to have mild side effects such as injection site pain, headache, and fatigue. President Biden and his administration announced Wednesday that they will be purchasing an additional 100 million doses of this vaccine.
Welcome to Jaguar Sports. This is Robby Chavez. Let's get right into the action. The Texas A&M San Antonio men's basketball team is getting back into the swing of things after the winter storm of 2021 pushed back tryouts. Jeffrey Williams, along with Perez Hawkins, two members of the team, have said that they are pumped and ready to go. It should be mentioned that the Texas A&M San Antonio basketball team is operating as a recreational club team as of now, and tryouts will be held March 15th through 17th at the Temusa Pavilion. The talk of local San Antonio sports as well as the state of Texas recently has been San Antonio Southside 6'6", 210-pound quarterback Richie Torres, and that's mostly because the kid has a cannon for an arm. Torres has now got offers from UTSA, UNLV, San Diego State, Washington State, and Nebraska, which is noteworthy because Nebraska's Scott Frost has recruited players such as Marcus Mariota and NFL Rookie of the Year Justin Herbert. The future is bright for Richie Torres. Moving on to softball, the Temusa softball team played in the Langston Red Dirt Classic on March 5th and 6th in Oklahoma City. After losing their first three games against Morningside, Ottawa, and Mid-American Christian, the Jaguars scored their first win against an NAIA-ranked team when they defeated the home team Langston 5-1. In a frantic finish, catcher Madeline Arellano prevented Langston from getting the winning run in the bottom of the eighth with a fly-out double play from left fielder Messiah San Miguel. The Jaguars then went on to score 4 runs in the ninth to claim a 5-1 victory. In the first game of the tournament, the Jaguars accomplished another milestone as Melissa Gonzalez hit the first home run in school history against Morningside. The Jaguars return to action on March 19th and 20th when they visit LSU Alexandria for a 3-game series. Thank you for watching Jaguar Sports. That's all we have for today. Coming up next, Santa Perez gives us a new episode of Have You Seen This Yet? Stay tuned.
Thank you for staying with us. Before we leave, we have a new segment. Santa Perez brings us the latest entertainment in Have You Seen This Yet?
Welcome to Have You Seen This Yet? Enlace's take on what's new in the world of entertainment. This segment will always make the effort to stay up to date on the latest movies and shows, so always be prepared for spoilers.
This week, we'll be giving a small rundown of the miniseries WandaVision. The show became available to stream on Disney Plus on January 15, 2021, and gave a powerful conclusion on March 5th, the result being a strong start for Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Although it had to be put on hold with other projects due to the COVID-19 pandemic, that didn't stop the series from gathering praise for its nice blend of dark humor and a good amount of uncertainty that left viewers begging for more, especially as each episode ends by leaving issues unresolved and with questions people didn't think they needed the answers to. WandaVision was a dramatic, humorous, and overall shocking story that updated fans on the whereabouts of the popular MCU character Wanda Maximoff, played by actor Elizabeth Olsen, as well as other old and new characters that helped keep things going. Right from the start, before the first episode even became available, it was safe to assume that this wouldn't have a happy ending. That prediction came to fruition as everything ended on a bittersweet note. Lives are restored as tears are shed, closure is given, but that can also mean other opportunities will be opening for certain characters. So with Marvel projects resuming their productions and starting things off with this bizarrely amazing show, what can it mean for future events set in this universe? All 9 episodes of WandaVision are available to stream on Disney+. This has been Santa Perez with Have You Seen This Yet?
That's all we have for this episode. See you next week. Stay safe and wear your mask.